Hello everyone, we are back again with another Q&A with 50 Shades of Gay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to be reading the questions that were asked on my Vine channel and my Instagram, and I'm basically going to be answering those questions. If you have any questions that you would like to have answered on my next Q&A video, just leave them in the comments below, and I will make sure that I at least try to get to your question. So stay tuned. If you had to be stuck in an elevator with someone, who would it be? Solange and Jay-Z. Of course, sometimes shit go down when there's $1 billion on the elevator. No, but on a serious note, bitch, I do not want to be stuck in an elevator. Better yet, I don't want to even think about being stuck in an elevator because the way my anxiety is set up, I already cannot stand riding elevators. So just imagine my scared ass on an elevator and it gets stuck. When I tell you I will tear that fucking elevator to pieces like Solange did on that fucking elevator. How has Nicki Minaj influenced you? My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, huh? Do you feel like you're in a great place in your life? I'll say this. I'm content and I'm happy, but I'm not where I want to be. However, I believe with faith and action that I will eventually get to where I need to be. What is some good advice for someone suffering from depression? Darling, my advice to you is first and foremost, you matter. Secondly, things will get better. Things will get better. That's what you have to keep telling yourself. It's okay to encourage yourself sometimes. It's okay to be positively affirmative. Just keep telling yourself things will get better. Things will get better. Speak things as though they are, and they will be. How do you get over loving someone after they've repeatedly hurt you? Repeatedly is the key word in that question. I feel like at some point throughout this process, you have to make up in your mind that you will no longer tolerate whatever it is that they're putting you through. You have control over how many times you allow somebody to put you through the same exact thing over and over and over and over again. So it's going to take you making up in your mind and making up in your heart that it's time for me to pack up my emotions and vacate. There's no need in you staying there. And this person that's supposed to love you, the person that you love, is repeatedly putting you through the same exact shit. At some point, again, you have to make up in your mind that you will no longer tolerate whatever it is they're putting you through. Many realize their sexuality at a young age. Was it difficult coming out to your friends and family? I actually shared my coming out story in my last Q&A, and the link is going to be right up here. So you can go watch that Q&A and you'll actually have an understanding of my coming out story. But I will say that being young and realizing that you have an attraction towards the same sex, it's indeed a challenge, and I feel like it has become much more of a challenge as years progress because society is becoming more and more and more evil when it comes to homosexuality. Has there ever been any difficult times trying to accomplish a goal that you weren't sure of doing? Yes, of course. My journey hasn't always been an easy one, and it still isn't. And honestly, I've set many goals that I've yet to reach. However, what I have realized is you have to strategically set your goals. It's important that you sit down and you write down what your goals are. You make a long list of goals if you have to. And you go through each one of those goals and you choose the goals that are extremely important and you strategize a plan of action on how you're going to reach those goals and you execute that plan of action. Now, after you have executed that plan of action, then it should be much more easier to reach those goals, those extremely important goals. And once you have reached those extremely important goals, at that point, the little goals that are left on the list should be a piece of cake. It should be a piece of cake to reach those goals. What is your opinion on the Black community's issues that have been happening? It's saddening, it's disheartening, it's frustrating, amongst many, 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 many other things. It hurts my heart to see our young men and women lose their lives at the hands of the individuals that have been tasked with protecting our communities. It's disheartening. However, if we continue with the peaceful protest and we continue to fight for justice, I honestly believe we will obtain the justice that some of us, have fought tirelessly to obtain. Now, with that, I feel like we still have some work that we need to do in our own communities. I see these peaceful protests. I see people fighting for justice. I see people wearing these shirts, I can't breathe. I see people hashtagging Black Lives Matter. But my question is, for our community, the African American, the Black, whatever you want to refer to us as, do Black lives really matter? If so, again, we have some work that we need to do within our own communities. How can we expect, excuse me, how can we expect justice when we're fighting and killing and robbing one another? How do we expect to be taken serious when we're doing the same things to one another that the police are doing to us? My brother and my sister, we have some work that we need to do. And it's going to start with you.